Okay, so I want to welcome back. We're now on kind of our another week of digging into fear-based decision making. Like, are you really leaning into this? And if you're going like, oh, this is the first I've heard of it, go back. We've been talking about this all month, and we're still going to keep digging into it. If you're not in Activate yet, download the Pursue You app. Okay, so grab your phone. You might be on your phone right now. Go to your app store. Pursue You is a free app. Okay, it's free. So that's it. Download it. Okay, and then join Activate. There's like lots of different options, like depending on how deeply you want to go into this. But in Activate, what we're doing is we're decoding this month, and we are really digging in and like allowing this piece to not hold us back anymore, because so many people, we're just in the habit of making decisions based on where we've been and based on what we're scared of. And we don't even realize that that's what's happening. Right. And you might be going like, I don't make decisions based on what I'm scared of. But if you are making decisions based on the amount of money that's in your bank account, or if you're making decisions based on like what you think you have access to, or on the amount of time you think you have or don't have, or based on basically what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Okay. If you're making decisions based on that, right? Or like letting other people making your decisions for you, you've kind of gone as far as you're ever going to go. Right. So it's about shifting that piece, because when you're not making decisions based on what you're scared of and based on what you actually desire and what you want, this is where your life starts to actually pivot. Okay. So today, what I want to dig into is like actually breaking free from the habit of making decisions in this way, because that's all it is a habit, just like everything. Okay. So you're in the habit of going to the restaurant and making your ordering decision based on price, right? Like you want the chicken, but the pasta dish is $5 cheaper. So you're like, well, I like pasta, but I really want that chicken. Or I really want the steak, but I'll get the chicken instead. Like you're constantly like sacrificing, like you're in this self-sacrifice mode purely because you're like, you think that the $5 that you spend on that is going to make or break you. Like, or you have this attitude of, well, Delynn, this is literally, I just had this conversation with my grandma the other day. She wanted to get her nails done. I'm like, then like let's go get your nails done. And she's like, well, not when I can paint them myself. And I'm like, that's true, you can paint them yourself. However, the way your hands are right now, you're not doing a great job, which she was the one that was pointing out that she wasn't doing a great job at it. So I'm like, let's like, I can either do them. No. Okay, let's go. I'll take you to go get a manicure right now. No, like she just can't do it. And it's just habit. Okay. And you have your thing too, right? Like that's her thing. And I used to be the exact same way. Like I wouldn't hire somebody to clean my house because I could do it myself. I wouldn't hire somebody to do my nails because I could do it myself. I wouldn't hire somebody to because I could just do it myself, until I was doing everything myself and I was burnt out. And I wasn't like feeling the joy. Like I like having my nails done, but I don't actually like doing my nails. I don't like sitting there and painting them. It doesn't bring me joy. Right? Maybe you're the same way. I like my house clean. I don't like cleaning it. I'll keep it tidy, but I'm not interested in doing that. Right? But it's just like you're making decisions based out of fear. Either way, you have found ways to make things work before, and you'll find ways to make like things work now. But if you're not even open to them, because it's the fear. Okay. So we're going to explore today specifically breaking free from fear-based patterns. Okay. Because this is honestly, you guys, this is the really, really crucial step towards making empowered, fearless, unapologetic decisions. Okay. So the first step to breaking free is first just recognizing your patterns. Okay. Your patterns, these are your repetitive behaviors or your decisions based on fear. Again, from the moment you wake up in the morning, you are literally making thousands of decisions every single day. You've made hundreds of decisions just this morning. The moment you woke up, you're going to roll out of bed or you're going to push snooze. Decision, right? And if you're in the habit of pressing snooze, you press snooze. You ate something. What'd you eat? Decision. You had a choice of whatever coffee or tea or water or what'd you drink? Decision. Did you work out? Decision. Right? Like constantly you're making decisions. But you want to recognize the patterns that come with this. Because a lot of the times our patterns have been dictated either by patterns that were like shown to us, like taught to us, or patterns that we think we're worthy of. Okay. So are there reoccurring situations where you tend to make decisions out of fear? Like when I have to make this decision, I typically lean on this. Like, do you notice a cycle where fear repeatedly influences your choices? And you might not call it fear, but it's not coming from a place of like abundance and your infinite access to everything. Okay. So, example, you might always avoid speaking up at the meetings that you have due to a fear of judgment. You might shy away from taking on a new challenge because of your fear of failure. Okay. Those are two really common ones. I also gave the fear of poverty. So you make decisions based out of money on money. Okay. The next key thing after you've identified it, after you've identified the pattern, you have to be mindful of it. You have to make it, again, decision time again, right? You have to make a decision to be mindful of when you have these opportunities. Okay, mindfulness involves paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors without judgment. So when that menu comes at the restaurant and you notice, like, oh, decision time, here I go. I'm going to choose the cheapest thing, even if it's not what I want, right? You notice it. Now don't judge yourself for it. Okay, just like pause. Like you'll feel the decision. Like I usually feel mine just like, right? Breathe. Just take a deep breath. Observe, notice what's happening. What are you afraid of? How is the fear like influencing the decision that you're about to make? And then reflect on whether the fear is rational. I like to ask myself, like, is this even my fear or is this somebody else's fear? Okay. But interrupt it, interrupt the fear. Okay. And then what you get to do, step number 3, is challenge the belief. Your fear-based patterns, any pattern, it's rooted in you. Okay. It is like such a deeply held belief and you're hanging on to it. You got to understand. So if I've got my tea in one hand, this is actually usually how I walk around the house. My kids think it's hilarious. I've got my water in another hand. Okay. I actually have my protein shake right in front of me too. But guess what? I can't hold on to it. There's no room. Okay. So what we do is we walk around and we're putting our fears at the forefront and we're full. We're full of fear, you guys, like full of it. It's crazy. We're full of it. And then someone tries to hand you an idea. Like I'm handing you an idea right now. Whether you're going to take it or not, totally up to you. But I'm handing you an idea, letting you know that you actually have infinite access to everything. And you're like, well, where, Dylan? Where? That's a little bit deeper. First, you have to understand that you have infinite access to everything. Nature shows us this all the time. Go look at the ocean. Go look at a tree. Okay. Go look at how much blades of grass are in your front yard. Okay. There's an abundance of everything. And if a leaf falls off the tree, guess what? It'll grow another one. Abundance. Okay. It's literally everywhere. But we only see the limitations and we program ourselves to see the limitations. But in order to break free from this pattern, you have to challenge that belief. Right? So you identify what is the belief. For a lot of people, and guys, I've been in this work a long time now. It's usually like, I'm not good enough. I can't handle the failure. Like, I'm not worthy. Who do I think I am? Da, 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 da. Like, it's usually along those lines. Worthiness is a big one. I'm telling you, when you get to the restaurant, you're worthy of whatever it is that you want to order. Order it. You're worthy of it. Like, literally say to yourself, I am worthy. You got to start changing this belief. So first, identify, is your belief true or is it somebody else's? Like, is it based on facts or are you even assuming something? What evidence do you have that can contradict this belief? And really just think, how would your life change if you no longer held this belief? If you actually made decisions based on what you desire and not what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Okay. And then you reinforce it. You start to build the resilience in you, right? You replace that negative thought with, I am worthy. And then you set, like, even just today, you guys set like an intention to like just this small shift. Like, if you know you're going out for lunch today, make a decision that you're not even, you literally take another menu and block the whole right side of the menu and just start reading without even looking at prices and make a decision. Make a decision. Okay. But intentionally too, surround yourself with people that are practicing this too. Guys, this is exactly what we do in the 2% Club. We do what only 2% of humans are actually doing, and that's making decisions based on where we're going, not on where we've been or what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. I'm telling you, you start making decisions from where you're going. First, you got to know where you're going. A lot of people don't even understand that part. But first, we get you understanding and you make a decision on where you're going. Then you make decisions from that space. Game changer. Absolute game changer. And you can't mess it up. Literally, you can't mess it up. You just make a decision and you're not ever going to fail. You're either going to get what you want or you're going to learn something. And then you can make a different decision. But how are you supposed to know unless you try? It goes back to Wayne Gretzky's famous quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Okay, you are going to miss out on so much awesomeness in this life if you don't start making decisions based on what you desire. Like, you guys got to assume if you're given a desire, it's for you. You desire better health, it's for you. You're worthy. You desire more money, good, it's for you. You're worthy. You desire stronger, better relationships, it's for you. You're worthy. Okay. And then once you are on that path, you can start taking inspired steps so that you can like move through it. Okay, so what I really challenge you guys to do, again, if you're not an Activate, download the Pursue You app. The Pursue You app is free and there's tons of awesomeness in there. It's like having me in your pocket. Okay. Um, there's a visual. Me in your pocket. So download the Pursue You app, join us and Activate. Okay. There's been a challenge, daily challenges that have happened every single day while we've been in there. And we are decoding this. And I'm going to give you guys some questions that I want you to really think about. Okay. But specifically, what are your reoccurring fear-based decision-making patterns that you have in your life? When I have to think about money, fear. When I have to think about spending more time on something, fear. When I have to think about the fear. Okay. What are they? Okay. Be mindful of them. Know them so that when they, because it's not a matter of if they pop up again, they're going to pop up 20 times just today. You're going to have to say when fear pops in, it always has something to do with money. You're going to have to make a money decision today. Guaranteed. You're given so many opportunities to flip this, but you're not. And again, that's based out of fear too. You're worthy. You can't mess this up. You're not going to fail. I promise. You're going to grow through it. And this is what your soul is like. Yeah, like this is the goods. This is what it wants. I can't wait to see you guys in Activate. I can't wait to see what you guys do with this. Keep decoding your fear because it is an absolute game changer. See ya. Bye-bye.